In Mongolia, sports knife throwing has recently been rapidly developing. At the World Championships in November last year, the Mongolian athlete won a silver medal and took third place in the team event. In January this year, the Mongolian Sports Federation was established as one of the country's leading federations for the development of this sport. It is possible to assign sports titles. We follow the rules of the International Sports Federation of Sport Throwing of Knives and the rules of the Olympic Committee. What else to note? That is, everyone who becomes a participant has a registration number and a personal document. He will also sign a code of honor and abide by sports ethics. Knife throwing training is based on the ethics of the sport. Responsible for the storage and protection of the sports knife. Such a document is signed and certified. This is what makes it special. From 3 to 9 meters, straight and rotational throws will be performed. It is open to everyone, including citizens with disabilities, and is open to anyone over 10 years old, so there is an opportunity to develop this sport among citizens. I trained for 3 months. I think the easiest thing for me in this sport was, as children, we used to play by throwing knives at fence boards. So every child feels comfortable in this sport. This sport is available since 8 to 80 years old. Therefore, I started doing this sport because I felt that there was a lot of potential for development in Mongolia. From year to year, I consistently participate in competitions of this kind in the armed forces. Championship competitions include shovel and spear games. So it's a little easier to throw a knife. There is also the possibility of self-harm. With the return of effort in the future, there will be fewer mistakes for both players and athletes who compete. One of the things that is so appealing about this sport is the feeling of hitting the target, the desire to throw it again when you can't hit it. It's nice to feel like you're throwing and hitting. I think it's a better feeling than any other sport. While you can throw calmly during normal times, you can get very nervous during tests and competitions. That is why psychological preparation is so important. Mental resilience is very important in all sports. Of the nearly 200 athletes currently registered, 40% are military personnel and the rest are civilians. For the first time this year, our Federation of Sports Knife Throwing with the International Association recruited a significant number of people from the military and law enforcement agencies and held a training event. Thanks to this training, the concept of sports knife throwing was introduced into sports. The benefits to the individual in this sport are high. And we are developing it as one of the necessary elements of the armed forces and law enforcement agencies. Throwing knives are not considered cold weapons because they are sporting accessories. Coaches and teachers stressed that they categorically forbid acting without a team and strictly adhere to safety rules. This knife is made of special 40HA steel, which weighs 330 grams. One athlete will have 3 knives. Only knives with this patent are allowed to participate in international competitions. The security requirements are very high. Because we throw knives, actions should be taken only at the command of the referees. When the referee gives the command to stand up and start, the athlete throws everything at the same time. Without command, no action can be taken. Okay, I gave the command, and I threw the knife, and the knife hit the board. Depending on the athlete's throw, the knife can be inserted into the board. And maybe he won't fall into the board. So, one of the most basic safety rules is to first remove the knife that is stuck on the board, and then the knife that fell to the ground under it. I am a civil engineer. Now I work for myself. I received information from Facebook about the sport of knife throwing. In general, I love these types of combat sports. Unlike the sports I do, it's very important to focus. Focus only on the goal. In other sports, there is a need for speed and strength. Attention and a sense of the moment are important in this sport. It's amazing to be able to experience this feeling. In January of this year, international judges and coaches in throwing a sports knife organized a master class dedicated to the growing skill of the young Mongolian in a short period of time. The federation is working to establish clubs in urban and rural areas. Good luck in this sport that requires a sense of concentration.